Hello, me again. Yeah, it's another really late night video. Um, Again, still insomnia. Um, so I thought I'd make a quick update video as I can't sleep and I'm bored and I've got time to kill. Um, so yeah, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know, the days have just kind of melded together into one big long day. Um, but yeah, over the past few days, I had a rheumatology appointment up at the hospital, um, and basically, it's a checkup I go to every 6 months, and that's where they check all my joints, my bones, my muscles, basically the whole muscle skeletal system. They check all that out and make sure it's all working correctly. Whereas with my marfan syndrome, osteoarthritis, and fibromyalgia, none of it works correctly. So they're just basically trying to help me manage the pain and trying to manage the symptoms and stuff. But yeah, the rheumatologist gave me a good old check over. Basically, the osteoarthritis started in my hip a couple of years ago. She checked. I did all the physio for it to try and sort of strengthen the hip, the muscles and that around the joint, and whatnot, and that hasn't really worked because obviously with marfan syndrome I have big issues with muscle wastage, so trying to build up muscle is almost impossible. I can build muscle, but I have to constantly work out every day, a couple of times a day, like at least 2-3 times a day, every day, and to keep that muscle strong. If I don't work out, if I miss a day, it pushes me back a few steps, and the muscle wastes away again. And that's kind of what's been happening, because with all my symptoms and the chronic pain and the fatigue and all this sort of stuff, I keep getting ill and feeling ill, and then I'm physically not able to do the physio exercises, and I've had weeks where I've not been able to do it, so the muscles have wasted away again. Then I've had to start from square one again and build them back up again. And of course, doing all this working out flares up the symptoms even more again. So it's sort of like a vicious circle that has no end, and it's not really helping. It's just creating more work and more issues and more problems. So basically, the rheumatologist said, right, I think we've exhausted physio. So with my hip, she's referred me to the orthopedic surgeon. I've not got the date for that yet. She's going to send that through to me. Also, she sent me for more x-rays on my hips, to check how bad the erosion in my hip has gotten. But yeah, surgery is for my hip is a big definite now. So looks like hopefully in the next couple of months I'll be getting ready for that. So yeah, And also she checked out my ankles and my feet because I've been having a lot of pain in my ankles and feet lately. I've been getting cramps in the soles of my feet when I walk, which is really painful. Also, I'm basically, with my left leg, I'm basically walking on my ankle. This is like a marfan problem, hypermobility. It's where your joints are super flexible, and they tend to dislocate a lot. A lot of people call it double jointed or something, you know. But yeah, I'm very loose jointed. So with my ankle, I'm nearly walking on it. I have no arches in my feet because of the marfans as well. And my left foot points outwards that way. And it's been getting worse and worse over the past couple of years. And in the ankle, I've been getting a lot of pain when I walk. The small bones in my feet, like there's one on the side, I don't know if you can see here, I'm trying not to break my leg, but a little bone sort of there, it dislocates a lot. And like when I, like in the mornings when I wake up, I get out of bed, and as soon as I put my feet on the floor and put weight on them, all that happens is I get a lot of popping, cracking and clicking, and it's quite loud, and I can feel the bones popping back into place. So basically, I was telling the rheumatologist about this, and she said, yeah, it seems like the osteoarthritis has travelled into your ankle now. So basically, the osteoarthritis has worsened the hypermobility issues that I have with marfans. So that's not good. So she's sending me to a foot surgeon, foot and ankle surgeon. I can't remember what they're called. Ophthalmologist or something like that. I don't know. She used some kind of big word. And my brain's not capable of taking any of that big words and stuff like that in at the moment, because my brain fog is just stronger than my thought process at the moment. So yeah, she's referred me to a surgeon for my foot and ankle as well, and she's also referred me for x-rays for my foot and ankle as well. So it looks like I may be having surgery on my hip and my foot and ankle, all on the left side. The right side is my best side. That side's, it's not good, it's not 100%, but it's doing a lot better than the left side. So I'm betting I'll get the left one fixed, and then in the next couple of years the right one will end up with the osteoarthritis, and then that'll need doing as well. But yeah, so surgery is looking definite now, which in a way I'm quite happy about. I know it sounds strange to say that, how can you be happy about surgery, but I'm happy about it because the surgery is going to alleviate some of the pain, which I have constantly in my hip and my ankle. Every day I have pain there, and it varies from day to day. Sometimes it's like, say, a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being good, 10 being horrid pain, you know, kill me now, this pain is too bad, kind of pain. So on that scale, usually I range between, on a good day, probably between 5, 6, and then on a bad day, I can go anywhere from, say, a 9 to an 11, So it varies from day to day. On the days when it's at 10 or 11, I don't tend to leave the house. I just stay at home because I am unable to function, because the pain just kind of gets so bad that it creates an overload on the brain. And then obviously, because I'm trying to fight this pain, I end up with fatigue, and then that I end up feeling depressed and low, and then that ends up flaring up my IBS and that ends up flaring up other issues, other painful areas in my body, such as my neck and shoulders and back. So it's not a fun experience. So I'm happy to have the surgery, because it's going to alleviate some of the pain, make that better, hopefully, and it's going to help with my mobility. So at the moment I struggle walking, and if I carry on the way I am without surgery, in the next year I'll probably be confined to a wheelchair, and at the moment I'm fighting that because I don't want to be in a wheelchair yet. I know a wheelchair for it. It's hard because wheelchair helps a lot of people. A lot of people like me who struggle to get around, it helps them, and they see it, at first they see it as a burden, they see it as something they don't want, but then once they get it, they've said to me that the wheelchair has been a godsend and that it's helped them out so much. And I can kind of see that. I can kind of see it giving them back some of their freedom, and they're able to get out and about again on their wheels. But with me, I'm just kind of like, I don't want a wheelchair yet. I don't want to be confined to it yet, because believe it or not, I actually like walking. I used to love doing hiking, and I had to give that up because of my health conditions. Obviously I like cycling as well. I'm still trying to keep that in my life, gripping onto that with all my claws. I don't get out on my bike much anymore. Most of the time I'll go out in the summer on it for a few minutes here and there, and I don't ride like a bat out of hell. I just kind of slowly wobble along the bicycle path at my own pace, and I just find it enjoyable. But that I had to give up. The cycling I had to give up for a while because of my hip. And then with physio, they said to me that riding the bike would help as long as I don't go too nuts on it. Just a couple of minutes on it every few days, or once a week for a couple of minutes on it, would be good cardio. So I've kind of kept that. But if I carry on the way I'm going without surgery, I will lose that privilege as well. I will lose the privilege of being able to get on my bicycle when I like and going for a ride. I will lose the privilege of just going, right, well, I fancy going for a hike in nature, grabbing my camera and buggering off to some woods somewhere and taking photos of butterflies and birds and all that crap. I'll lose that privilege. So I don't want to lose that, and I've been trying to grip onto that, and it's been really hard because I've had to kind of slap myself around the face a bit and kind of try and get myself to face the reality of, no, look, you're ill, you can't do this anymore, you have to slow down. If you carry on doing this, you are going to make your situation worse. And that's been the hardest thing, to come to terms with not being able to do what I used to do, and not being able to do things that I enjoy doing, not being able to do my hobbies, which was hiking, cycling and photography. The photography I was finding difficult because I like to photo nature, and because I couldn't get out in nature, I couldn't go for a walk or a hike, I couldn't do that. And then as well, because I keep getting cramps and muscle spasms in my hands, I find it really difficult holding the camera steady and getting these shots and whatnot. Especially when you're trying to photograph moving objects and butterflies that won't sit still, you know. But yeah, so that is, I put my camera away for a long while. Recently, I got it out again though, because I went to an event in my local town, a music event, and there was a photography competition going on, and I looked at it and I thought, that looks interesting, I want to give that a go. And not being funny, there was a cash prize, so I could do with the cash at the moment. And you know, I'm trying to fund a mobility scooter, so I thought that would be the perfect way to do it. And if my photos won, I'd have an extra £100 or £50 or 25, depending on what prize I won. I'd have that extra little bit of money to put in towards the fund for the mobility scooter. But anyway, I had a go at the photo competition. I took quite a few photos. Some I'm surprised with come out alright, come out quite good. But some come out, a lot of them came out blurry, and stuff like that, because I'm trying to hold the camera steady and get pictures of these bands while they're performing, with lights on the stages going on and all this sort of stuff, and in amongst crowds of people and stuff, and my hands kept cramping up and stuff. But I managed to get a few good photos through all that. So yeah, I might just keep on and keep trying to do the photography thing. But yeah, so basically that's what I've been up to the past few days. So yeah, surgery. Hopefully it will alleviate my pain, and hopefully I will get back some mobility, and hopefully I might be able to take up hiking again. I'm not going to get my hopes up though. Well, I say I'm not going to get my hopes up. I will get my hopes up. I know I will. I always do. Then them hopes will be shattered later when I realise that I can't go hiking again because now my right hip's messed up. It always happens. Fix one problem with my body and that causes another problem with another part of my body, which is kind of annoying. So I'm trying to get myself out of that, trying to get myself out of getting my hopes up, and I'm trying to get new hobbies that don't involve a lot of activity, which is partly why I've been doing a lot of the poetry stuff. So yeah, which I'm kind of enjoying that, even though I've got writer's block at the moment and I can't come up with any new poems, which I think is to do with fibromyalgia, but there we go. So yeah, hopefully it will all go well. Hopefully. What do you think, Sir Fluffy? What do you think? Oh, you're going to hide from the camera? You in a mood? You're in a mood, aren't you? Yeah, why are you in a mood? Why are you in a mood? Oh, is it because I won't give you a cuddle because I'm busy doing the camera? Oh, you big baby. Yeah. Should we say bye to everyone then? No. What? High five. You're not going to give me a high five in a moment, are you? Right, should we say bye to everyone then, Fluff? Say bye. No, you're going to ignore the camera. You're going to turn around and stick your bum in the camera. Yeah, lovely. Thanks, Fluff. Right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Well, thanks for watching me gab on. But yeah, so hopefully I will have more info on all this surgery stuff in the next couple of weeks. I'll be getting x-rays hopefully soon in the next couple of weeks as well. Oh, sick of getting x-rays. I swear I glow in the dark now. Honestly, I've had so many x-rays over the past couple of years. It's unbelievable. I could probably make one of those Halloween skeletons that you hang on the wall out of all my x-rays. Just kind of like stick them all together and put it on the wall for Halloween. I reckon it would be pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. See you all later. Bye bye.